Oh man, it is time to go to court, man. So you better buckle up your lawyer shoes and put on your judge hat. Bienvenidos, amigos. I'm gonna do some Phoenix Wright because it's been a while and we need to unravel these mysteries and save Maya. And it was requested to me to play some Phoenix Wright, and I was like, yeah, of course. We're at the end of the second game, so we definitely want to finish it so we can get to Phoenix Wright 3, which is my favorite game ever. Of the original trilogy, at least, not counting all the other Ace Attorney games that came out after it, even though I love them all, like, equally. They're all amazing. Dun it, dun. Dun. Okay. March 22nd, 5:24 p.m. So last time, oof. Remember how the kidnapper said Phoenix had one day to get an acquittal for Maya's sake, and he would release Maya. If not, bad things would happen to her. Well, this is the first day, and we didn't get the acquittal. So it's like, fuck. Now what? I shouldn't have waited so long. It was a hell of a cliffhanger. So, but I guess if you're watching this in the future, you just skip to the next video and it's fine. But that's what's happening. Mystic Maya, Mystic Maya. There, Pearls. I can't take it anymore. Look, it'll be alright. Everything may still work out. The condition was that we had to get a not guilty verdict. And so far, the kidnapper has kept his word and hasn't hurt Maya. And he won't, because Mr. Ungard hasn't been given a guilty sentence yet. Same, Pearls. But cheer up. We don't have time to stand around crying. We have to get going. You're right. Mystic Maya is in much more pain than I am. Yeah, that's right, so... Hey, you guys! Glad I caught you, pal. Mr. Scruffy Detective! Ah, boy. It looks like Detective Gumshoe has been dubbed Mr. Scruffy Detective in Pearl's book now. It's just plain old Mr. Dick Gumshoe now, and I came to talk to you, pal. Oh, he got fired. But we're kind of busy right now. It is Gumshoe, best guy. So, what are you gonna do now, from now on? Well, what do you mean, pal? Well, you've been fired, right? So, do you have a new job lined up yet? Oh, that! What am I supposed to do now, pal? I don't have anything coming in at all until my next payday. What are you talking about? You don't have another payday. Well, I guess that means I'm gonna have to work here at your place too, pal. Say what? You'll be searching for things that will prove Mr. Ungard's innocence all day, right? Well, yeah. So yeah, I'm gonna help you, pal. I've got lots of experience in investigating and watching over people's places. And I'm great at making really simple meals, pal. I'll take care of it all. Come on, Mr. Nick. Let's let Mr. Scruffy Detective take care of things. Okay. By the way, what's your best dish? Instant noodles, pal. Why am I surrounded by people who only eat cheap, unhealthy foods? That was the first time I've ever seen Mr. Edgeworth act like that. never thought he'd say something like he didn't care if Miss Andrews killed herself.
He said that? That's horrible.
But because of him doing that, we got the truth finally.
The truth. Miss Andrews' last testimony. I wonder if that was the truth. I'll give you that there was nothing strange in her testimony itself. But I still think there is something fundamentally wrong with the whole thing.
You mean about that thing, pal?
Why would she want to... No, I mean, almost need to frame Mr. Ungard. I couldn't figure that out from anything she said all day.
Well, then you're saying that the testimony was a lie?
Not a lie, per se. It just feels like there's more here than meets the eye. Or that's what Edgeworth would like us to believe.
That's such a dirty trick. Even that woman prosecutor was better than that.
Franziska. Von Karma. Well, speaking of Von Karma, Miss Von Karma, do you have any more information on her condition? Wasn't she shot this morning?
Oof. Miss Von Karma was shot today on the way to the trial by a pistol, pal.
But she's gonna be fine, right? I mean, Edgeworth said she was in stable condition, but...
Well, she was shot in the shoulder, so she's okay and still hanging in there. They should be done taking the bullet out, so she's probably resting at the hospital.
Which one?
What? Are you gonna visit her, pal?
No. Well, I was kind of thinking about it.
Hey, you've actually got a heart, don't you? She looked like she was being tortured to death not being able to go to the trial today. So maybe it'd be good for her if you went and let her whip you for a bit, pal.
Let's go let her whip us, Mr. Nick.
Okay, no, I'm definitely not going.
Let's see. The name of the hospital? Oh yeah! The Hardy Clinic.
Oh, no. Not that place. That name sends a chill down my spine. Well, I guess it can't hurt to stop by and say hi. Dun, 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 dun. Well, I guess we got a new friend working with us. Best guy. Never thought I'd come back to this place.
Yes, are you here to visit patient? Yes.
Hi.
Wait a second, you're... Yes, I'm Dr. Hardy.
Why are you still here?
What is it? Can I help you? You can tell me. Yes.
Director Hottie. Edgeworth.
Yes, I'm Director Hottie. Oh, you're the man from this morning. Yes, what is it?
Director. Franziska. How is Franziska Von Karma?
You don't need to worry. She's in good hands. Because, you see, I'm personally taking good care of her. Yes. And that thing, that surgery, it went well.
You have my gratitude. It looks like Edgeworth doesn't know about this director and his secret.
She looked so pitiful, absolutely terrifying. Yeah. Yes, but I understand. Yes, her opponent was a gun, after all. And when I stuck up on her, a real secret, like she would scream really loud. Yes.
I see.
Oh, but she's really cute too. When I do that, she'd whip me with her whip. Oh boy, did I cry like a baby. Oh yes, but I think I could get used to it.
Go back to your room.
You're so mean. So mean, my Friska. But that's good. Ow. Okay. Yes, it's time for my IV drops. Yes.
And what are those tulips doing in your hands, Mr. Phoenix Wright?
I knew I shouldn't have come here. Immediate regret.
I was shot in front of the courthouse in my right shoulder. But it's no big deal. This sort of thing happens all the time. I even had full intentions of running the trial this morning. But that would have been too much for you.
There's no need to act tough in front of us, you know.
Regardless, I was dragged here by that man over there. He was so unyielding, one has to wonder if he was simply interested in stealing my case.
It was the only logical course of action, given the bullet was still lodged in your shoulder. But by taking over the case, I found myself having to clean up after you and that irresponsible deal you made. I think I know what deal he's referring to. Miss Swan Karma, you made a deal with Miss Andrews yesterday, didn't you?
I don't know what you mean.
Well, in order to make sure that you got your guilty verdict on Mr. Ungard, you told Miss Andrews to not testify in court today.
I don't know what you're talking about. Do you have proof that I made such a deal?
You're denying it?
It looks like you were lucky, Mr. Phoenix Wright. If I had been in court today, this trial would already be over.
Oh, while hiding Miss Andrews' own crime?
That isn't my problem, whether she had tampered with the evidence or not. I have only one objective, to find Ungard guilty of murder. The end justifies the means, Mr. Phoenix Wright. The end justifies the means.
Miss Von Karma, Adrian Andrews believed you when you said, if you don't tell the truth of what really happened, then Ungard will be found guilty.
And what does that have to do with me?
Well, because of that, she is now in danger of being found guilty herself. All because she believed in your words until the very end.
That still has nothing to do with me. She's just a weak person, that's all.
But you had to know she was... Ow!
I think visiting hours are about to over here. So, if you'll excuse me. What's wrong? Why did she suddenly cut you off?
Well, probably because she thinks I had an advantage in that argument. Edgeworth. What happened today in the trial, Edgeworth? That was not like you at all. I mean, I know you knew about Miss Andrews' condition. You could have made her testify as many times as you wanted, but to go that far? But she wouldn't testify about that until I said something. Listen, Wright. The courtroom is a garden of judgment. I am putting myself on the line when I stand in there, and that's why I made the witness do the same. It's only natural. By the way, Edgeworth, you were really angry in court today, and that's rare for you. Witness that card! Give it to me! Hurry! Do you have any idea what you have stupidly yet inadvertently done? This... I can't believe you hid this from me all this time! That card, what in the world is it? You mean this? Listen, Wright, this is top secret information. You absolutely cannot leak this. A special investigations team has existed for a number of years, but few know of it. I understand. The task is to find the owner of this card, a man called Shelly the Killer. And just as his name states, he is a killer, an assassin, the best at that. An assassin? Picture card was placed next to the victim at the time of the murder. Miss Andrews was carrying it. So, who is this Shelly the Killer? The Killer is the name of a long-standing line of assassins.
Long-standing?
The name first appeared about 100 years ago, I hear. Shelly is the professional name of the third heir to the Killer name. So because his professional name is Shelly, he leaves cards with a shell on them. He has a habit of making sure to leave a card by the body of his victims.
Why would he do something like that?
We think it's part of his duty to his clients. His duty? If he leaves a card, then his clients can be assured that it was he who killed the victim. It also serves as insurance against any charges being pushed into his clients. I see. The killer values the trust between his clients and himself above all else. It seems that this is one honorable assassin with a moral conscience. I guess that even honorable assassins can exist? Well, yeah, they can. They're called ninjas. So, you think this assassin... You think he's the one who did the killing in the case? It would appear that way. The discovery of this card basically confirms it, wouldn't you agree? Shelly the killer, huh? I noticed something at the trial today. You were behaving in a very strange manner. Is something the matter? I guess I should just tell him. Maya, she's been kidnapped. Kidnapped? What does a kidnapper want? An acquittal. I see. I had no idea. I will prepare a rescue team as soon as possible and resolve this by tomorrow.
But, really? Did you hear that, Mr. Nick? Mr. Edgeworth is gonna...
Stop trying to console me, Edgeworth. I don't need your pity.
Mr. Nick?
There's no way you can find her. We don't even have a single lead to go on. There's only one way to save her. I have to get an acquittal somehow. It's the only way. Right. Listen. You need to know something. One courier was killed by Shelly the killer. And the client who ordered the job is Matt and God. Your own client. Please, stop. I can't listen to you. I can't believe that. I see. Well, if you want to continue your investigation, you'll need this.
What is it?
The hotel right now is restricted to police personnel only, as we're looking for any clues that might lead us to Shelly the killer. But if you take this with you to the hotel, I'm sure they will let you enter. Letter of introduction received from Edgeworth allows bearer to freely investigate the crime scene. In any case, I must attend to the preparations for Maya's rescue team. We'll meet again if anything should happen. Now, excuse me.
Mr. Nick, do you think Mr. Ungard hired an assassin?
No way! I mean, he doesn't have a psych lock.
Yeah, I guess not.
Maya, please, all I ask is that you make it home, safe and sound.
I guess even kidnap... Oh, this is when she's getting confident. I guess even kidnappers can be a little clumsy. Clumsy enough to drop a card like this for me. And even though he said he was an assassin, I bet he's just making that up. Like how Nick does that with everything in court. Hey! Anyway, let's try out the card trick with this card I just found. Sounds like I got the door open. Okay, time to go take a look around. Maya Adventure. What's this? It feels like there's a lot of glass bottles here. And these, they feel like barrels. I'll pass. Too bad. I'm really hungry and not really thirsty. There's all sorts of things piled up here, but it's too dark to see. You know, we can see it clear as day. I've unlocked the door at the card. I should probably go and take a look around. What is this place? I got a feeling I'm not in the hotel anymore. Are those videos over there? Well, I'll worry about that later. For now, I should be looking for clues. That way, I can show them to Sis and maybe get out of here. I love Maya. So resourceful. Wow, I've never seen a TV this big before. Now, where's the power button? Phooey, it's busted. I would so die a happy samurai fan if I ever got to see Nickel Samurai on a TV like this. I can't believe I just made a joke about dying, all things considered. What is this thing? An antenna, I guess? And this is a VCR. There sure are a lot of electronic gadgets here. But what is an antenna doing here? VCR, because this game came out like in the 90s. Oh, hey, it's a computer. I've never really used one before. I have no idea where the power switch on this thing is. Try it. There goes my plan to use this somehow to get out of here. There's a framed picture sitting on this coffee table. It's a picture of a woman. She's kind of pretty. Hey, it looks like something's written here. Let's see. I think it says, "With love, Celeste." Oh? 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 In case you didn't put two and two together. I bet this could be a clue. That's weird. What's a figurine doing on a sofa in a place like this? I think it's a bear? Aw, how cute! But it's got a lot of cuts and slits on it. I wonder if it's some kind of puzzle or something. Locked, of course. And it doesn't look like I can use the card to open this door. There's a little hole at the bottom of the door. If only I were a little skinnier, then maybe I'd be able to crawl through here.
Oh, this simply will not do. I cannot have you wandering around at will.
Yeah!
It seems that your Mr. Wright is truly concerned about you.
Yes?
For now, I would suggest you remain cooperative. If you cannot, there are ways in which I can help you.
Ways? you mean,
Dead men tell no tales, is how the saying goes, correct?
Dead?
I'm almost certain that I told you on our first meeting. I am an assassin.
No way. You're lying. I mean, an assassin?
People are not always who they appear to be.
Nick! Oh my, Mr. Nick?
Oh, yeah, pearls. I got caught in my thoughts about my situation.
Mr. Edgeworth has left, you know.
I guess for now I have no choice but to believe in Mr. Engard. But I think I should listen to his story one more time. Alright, let's get going too.
Okay.
This case is so good. This case is so good. Look what I got.
Could you please take a look at this?
I can't think of anything to say about this, pal.
Why don't I make us some instant noodles instead? That's okay. Really.
I love this case partly because the series thus far has been, you get your client, you know your client's innocent and you gotta defend him, but this time it's cool because it's making Phoenix, it casts doubt, you know, like he wants to believe in his client and he's not sure, but he doesn't have a choice. I'm sorry, but visiting hours are over for today.
Aw.
Ugh, I have too many questions I need to ask. I'm sorry, but I'm Phoenix Wright, a lawyer for one of the... You're Mr. Wright, you say? Oh yeah, there's a message here for you. A message? It's from Manengard. Oh, here you are.
What did he write? Is it something really important?
I don't know. Well, let's see what it has to say. To Mr. Lawyer Dude, I've got something really important to tell you. Why do I feel uneasy all of a sudden? Oh, Mr. Wright. So, actually, I have a favor to ask of you. I have this cat named Shu. I didn't put out a lot of food when I left the house, so he's probably pretty hungry. You think you could drop by my house and feed Shu for me, dude? My house is just a little ways down from the hotel, alright? Okay, it's not what I expected.
This is terrible. Let's hurry. We have to feed his cat. I'm sure poor Shu's stomach is growling by now.
Yeah, I guess. Please feed my cat, Shu. My house is just a little way down from the hotel. A client's request is a request. Guess I should go check up on his cat? Why can't I go to criminal affairs? That's weird. I guess I have to go there.
Wow, everyone looks really busy with something or another.
It feels like, like imagine if you real life, you're like, I need to go to Walmart. Ah, but I have to go to a gas station first. You walk into the gas station, you're like, oh, this is a gas station, and then you can move on to Walmart. That's almost feels like it be like we had no reason to stop by here, yet we're stopping by here, so we can go somewhere else. But visual novel games.
Wow, everyone looks really busy with something or another.
They're probably strengthening the evidence for tomorrow's trial. Hey, hurry up with that, will ya? Pass that victims list around. You gotta be kidding. There's over 100 people on here.
Mr. Nick, is Mr. Edgeworth really that big and bad of a criminal?
Mr. Unguard. Did I say Edgeworth? Unguard. Actually, Pearls, never mind. It sounds like they're working on a different case. Yeah, that's right. Different case.
Right now, Mr. Nick. Let's go look for clues, and we have to, for Mystic Maya's sake.
Oh no. Don't be fuck.
Don't devalue my name and turn into a gaspy, specky-headed petty fucker! Because of you, I've been made to look like the bad guy again. Although, I did get a piece of gum from Itchy Boy, just as he promised. But it was something more valuable. I wanted Itchy Poo's heart. I want it all from me. It's all your fault. You've awakened the wild beasts inside this old bag.
Good, she's dead.
Miss Old Bag.
Keep your hands off of me.
This helmet is airtight. No air gets in, and no air gets out.
Then why do you keep putting it on?
Don't think you can get me to move with those silly questions. You're gonna have to defeat me if you want to get by.
I'm not hearing this. I don't. As much as I fucking hate, love Old Bag, I love this Old Bag with the gun and everything.
You're a million light years too early to be asking me questions, whippersnapper.
Looks like the only way I'm gonna get anything invested again is for us to do something about the spooky alien. Oh, yeah. A letter from Edgeworth thought to put this bitch in her place. Oh, that's not what I... Oh. That. Maybe if I show her this letter I got from Edgeworth. Miss Oldbag, if you would look at...
What? You want me to look at this worthless piece of...
Oh, hang on. Take peels. Just like Left 4 Dead. Grabbing peels. Remember Left 4 Dead? I miss Left 4 Dead. There's nothing like Left 4 Dead. People need to make more Left 4 Dead-like things. A roguelike I can play with my... I'm getting off a different tangent. Hang on. But seriously, a roguelike you can play with your friends? Need more of that in my life.
Oh, Itchy Poo!
Ugh. Is that your perfume? Pheromone d'amour, I smell...
Let's see here. Would you please allow this unsophisticated young person to conduct his investigation? Yours truly, Miles Edgeworth.
Yours truly?
That man's good at flattery. Fine, but only because Itchy Poo said so, you understand?
Ugh.
I just thought of something I have to do. Remember, no messing around. You do anything bad and I won't let you off the hook. It looks like she has strong feelings for Mr. Edgeworth.
Well, that may be, but, nothing's gonna come of it.
That's so mean, Mr. Nick. Feelings are meant to be told and shared.
Ow! Damn! Every time we talk about love, I always end up with a handprint on my face somehow. So, anyway, let's continue the investigation.
Okay. Okay. What the? Ah, what? Why? One little thing before I forget. You can't go into Enguarde's room today. Why? The police's main investigation team is gonna be in there all day, you hear?
I wonder if they're the team in charge of investigating the killer?
So don't go in there! Set one foot in there and you'll face the wrath of Wendy Olbag!
Every time I deal with her, I feel like I'm dead. I die inside. Looks like we're the only ones here.
And yet, the hotel seems so busy somehow.
Probably because the police team is scouring for clues about the killer. Dun, 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 dun. The music in this game is okay too. I like the music in the first game better, and the music in the third game is incredible.
Hey, city boy!
Lada? You're still here?
Breaking course! An investigative photographer eats and starves on her ability to snap up the scoop, yeah? And this hotel just has that aura of mystery. You know, like something's always about to happen. But did you have a camera? Rick, give in! A photographer's gotta have cameras out the ear like corn to be a real pro, you know? So I'm hanging around here. But speaking of cameras and feeding the mouth, do you have mine, you bread thief?
What? Why can't you drop that thief thing already? I want to ask you about the night of the murder.
What? You really gonna shell out the bucks for the info I got?
Lada, you were loitering in this hallway the night of the murder, were you not?
Well, kinda, but...
Brace yourself, Phoenix. Here it comes.
I didn't exactly hang around here the entire time, you know? Followed a few stars around. Got a few autographs, shook a few hands, had a soda pop with a few of them too.
Oh, looks like she wasn't here the entire time that night.
The security lady also wasn't in this hallway the whole time either.
I guess this means there's no one who can tell us who came and who went that night. So, about the note that was inside your camera case?
Oh, that lady I wrote.
Yeah. Can I believe what you've written?
You mean the stuff about Enguarde shoving his manager lady into corrida?
Yeah.
Well, I reckon you best not believe in that. What? Look, I sort of wrote that on a whim, you know, writing whatever comes to mind. Whatever came to mind? Yeah, when you get down to it, it's just a lot of random bullshit.
Duders.
Hey, what's with y'all? Why y'all staring at me like my grandpa used to? Hey, why you look like you suddenly got older too? Or am I just shrinking here? Oh, my baby, my $1,600 baby. What's with that red-coated prosecutor anyhow? The guy told me it was evidence and refused to give it back to me.
Well, that's kind of how it is. Piranha! I mean, okay. You missed a bunch of stuff, so I'm like half hour in. I got to play Maya, so we got to see. She got out of the room and she got to explore around the area a little bit. I went to the hospital to talk to Francesca, check up on her. She was a bitch. I called her out being a bitch. Edgeworth was there. I talked to Edgeworth. Edgeworth told me that the card that I got is from an assassin named Shelly the Killer. And because he has a seashell on it because his name is Shelly. But he always leaves that calling card for his clients when next to the dead bodies. So he's like an assassin for hire type thing. And Edgeworth told me that Enguarde is the one who hired the killer to assassinate Corrida. And Phoenix is like, no, fuck you, I don't believe that. My client is gonna be innocent. So, it's kind of like, if that's true, we're gonna be fucked. So now, and Gumshoe's fired, so now he's just Mr. Gumshoe. So Gumshoe's decided to come work with me at my office. So now he's at the office hanging out and making instant noodles. I think that's all to catch you up real quick. You can watch it at some point and see what happened, but that's all the important stuff, I believe.
Hey, you're that Redcoat's friend, ain't you?
So, Edgeworth gave us a letter that lets us come here to investigate, so we're trying to find more clues. And there's a special investigation team that's been trying to track down Shelly the killer. Gumshoe told me about it, I think, or Edgeworth. But they're in guard's room all day, so we can't go in there. Killer, why is it so difficult to delete my search history? It's funny because Maya found a computer in his place, so that's totally even funnier now.
So put in a few good words for me and give me back my camera.
You want me to do what?
Listen, nag the guy real good for about 5 hours, and I guarantee he'll give it back.
Why don't you do your own dirty work?
Well, I reckon it's time for me to get going. A tabloid photographer without a camera is just a tabloid.
Yeah. Sure.
Keep yourself together out there, you hear? I'm coming to see you in court tomorrow.
Okay, I'll see you then.
And you too there, little one. Keep up the good work, okay? Okay. Don't be picky about your food now. Okay. And make sure you do all your homework, you hear? Okay. And if you happen to find yourself a camera, make sure you bring it right to me. Would you please just get the fuck out of here? God damn.
Oh my god. What would that be?
Mr. Nick!
What is that otherworldly ghastly moaning?
I hate evil ghosts!
I don't think it's a ghost. Maybe it's a demon.
Excuse me, what we are calling a demon, brat?
Oh my god, we just talked to you!
Ah!
Zoinks! It's like the alien, Scoob!
Who you calling an alien?
I love that gun. Oh, it's just you, Miss Oldbag. What are you doing here?
What's wrong with youngins today? I came down here to pay my respects to my poor Juan, and you're disturbing me.
We talked to you. Why are you still here? Please talk to me about the night of the murder just one more time.
I talked about it plenty at the trial. I was fooled, tricked, deceived by that fraud of a photographer and that note. She was loitering around here with that imbecilic look on her face. With that imbecilic look on her face? Okay, got it. Now hold on a second there, you little pipsqueak. If you're gonna take notes, at least make me sound better than that. Oh, okay.
Now I've seen everything.
But you know, I was working that night too, doing my job, minding my own business. So it's not like I had time to waste on standing around here the whole night.
I was wondering if you could tell me a bit more about Mr. Kurita?
He was the most popular star, you know, especially where it counts, in my book.
But I heard he was lagging behind in the polls against Mr. Ungard.
Well, that's just a recent thing, bad luck and all that, you know. But he was gonna become an even bigger star than he used to be. Look, just look at his mountain of presents. It's a show of the mountain of feelings that all his fans had for him.
Yeah, the mountain is pretty big, and certainly nothing to shake a stick at.
Mr. Nick?
What is it, bros?
The presents, they're all bears, right?
Oh yeah, and Maya found a weird bear figure in the killer's place. So that might be important here too. Oh, back. Right? That's what I'm saying. It's like, you better not call her Pipsqueak. She's a precious treasure, and we must all protect her. It's like, I will kill this old bitch. I will kill this old bitch. And Pros would be like,
the piranha plant is defending me.
And Peek's like, yeah, let's have Old Bag leave here. Oh, but it's like,
what? Who said that? Is it that plant? I must be imagining things. I can't see that.
And then she'll go off on a tangent about her being old or something. I don't know. Right, she's got a point. there isn't a strange thing here. Let's say there isn't a single thing here that isn't a bear. All of Mr. Kurita's presents from his fans seem to be bears.
Oh, that's because you can't think of one without thinking about bears. Bears? Why bears? Well, you don't know. When my dear Juan was training, he fought barehanded with a bear. He refused to give in and let the bear win, but after the fight, they became friends. Wow, what a heartwarming story. Look, it's just like in those young people's dramas. I can see those two tuckered out down by the river going, you sure can fight. You too, bub, you too.
Did all that really happen?
It's in his biography, bub.
What a load of shit!
So ever since then, fans have been giving him bears as presents.
Yeah, nice. Bears. I need you to not be... Oh yeah, we went to go see Mr. Guard. Visiting hours were over, but he left us a message. The guard gave it to us. And he's like, please feed my cat Shu. My house is just a little ways down from the hotel, so we have to stop by his house and feed his fucking cat. I'm a dog person, damn it. Oh, damn it. Bottles of cosmetics are scattered all over the floor. This is probably where Mr. Kurita fought his assailant.
These glass shards.
They're probably from the glass vase that Miss Andrews knocked over. It's a beautiful wine glass, and there's tomato juice in it.
Ew, tomato juice. I don't really like it much.
There's a bottle of it on the table over there. That's probably where this came from.
So that's a bed.
Oh, yeah, you remember that. And she goes and jumps on it because she's fucking cute and she can do whatever she wants. Looks like Miss Kurita had dinner that night.
This bottle is tomato juice.
We had a lot of food at the award show that night. They're saying the same stuff.
This is so messy here.
Pros really likes things neat and tidy, I take it.
But there's lots of electronic things in here that I've never seen before. Hey, Mr. Nick, tell me what they are, pretty please.
Okay, sure thing. Oh, that over there's a watch. Yeah, I know. Is there really nothing else here that I can look at? This is all the same stuff. This is the same stuff. Yeah, and then Mojo. Haha, yeah, that's funny. God damn it. God damn it. Like, fucking. Oh, no, okay. Because I'm trying to deal with this bitch as little as possible. Is there anything I need to show her? Oh, I should read that list here.
I don't have anything to say to delinquents like you.
Ugh, just climbing up like the old clam she is.
Please, anything would be helpful.
Well then, how about I tell you my measurements?
No, that's okay.
Really?
She really doesn't like you, does she, Mr. Nick?
I know. She's a fan of his, so I was hoping maybe she could, get some insights. Maybe I should show her picture of his face, maybe? It bothers me when a person in Phoenix Wright tells you about 3 things, because they always tell you about 4 things. That's just how the series is. And sometimes that's just how it is, but sometimes it's not. She literally being a bitch. You literally have nothing else to help us with. Oh, she has nothing to say about Juan either. But the interesting thing, too, you have to remember, with Matt and Guard, even though Edgeworth said he hired the assassin, when we asked him if he killed him, there was no psych locks, so he wasn't hiding anything. But then again, technically, I guess, if that's true, then he didn't kill him. Can we go to Enguard's house from here? Yep. Let's go to Ingard's house. Let's for his huge hug.
Aw, Mr. Piranha giving me a hug.
I'm like, yeah, Pearls. Be careful. Watch your teeth. It sure is dark. I'll go turn on a light. Wow, so this is what a star's house looks like. Must be nice to be rich.
Come on, Mr. Nick. Let's find Shoo, the kitty cat. Shoo!
Yay! I don't know if we've heard this before, but this is Pearl's song. It's basically Maya's song, but fucking cuter. So yes, this is Pearl's song, and it fits her, cause look at her! Fuck the cat, though. I wish it was a dog. I don't like cats. I think everyone knows that. Everyone knows I love the doggos. So I guess this is Shoo?
Aw, what a lovely cat. Hello, Shoo.
Oh, Pearls, you're so cute. The cat seems to like Pearls. Oh my god. May I help you with something, mister? Oh, we're lawyers. Actually, I'm Mr. Ingard's lawyer. The Masters. Then you must be Mr. Wright. Yes? Ah, it's a pleasure to meet your wonderful self. I am the family butler, John Doe. He looks an awful, right? I'm like, he looks an awful like a certain other someone that we saw who had stitches in his face. Nice to meet you. We have no idea, though. You must know all sorts of things about Mr. Ingard, right? Honestly, sir, I don't believe my master is capable of such a foul deed as murder. And, anything else? No, not especially. It is not appropriate for a lowly servant to speak of the master of his affairs. How typically butler-like, as it were. Mr. Doe, how long have you served at this residence? Well, sir, I would have to say maybe about 1 year. And, anything else? No, not especially. It is not appropriate for a lowly servant to speak of himself and his affairs. You know, I would have thought Mr. Ingard... I would have thought Mr. Ingard to be the kind to have a maid over a butler with a really short skirt. Why do you ask us to come feed his cat if there's someone here already? That's a very cute cat you got there. It is my duty to take care of him. The master rather fancies Shoo. And, anything else? No, not especially. It is not appropriate for a lowly servant to speak of the family cat. Well, then I guess I don't need this piece of scrap paper anymore. So why would he tell us to come here to feed the cat? He's got a butler. Well, I'm afraid I must take my leave of you now. Oh, yeah, we should probably get going ourselves. Ah, so young, and yet already so accomplished, a master of law. But there is also a lot to be proud in being a butler, in charge of the house and all. Thank you for the compliment, sir. People are not always who they appear to be. Now, if you excuse me... Oh yeah, the Piranha Plant voice. I guess?
Oh, there's a giant cooking hearth here.
Oh, that's actually a fireplace. Oh, it's so cute.
How are they different, Mr. Nick?
You know, I've never actually seen a hearth before, come to think of it.
You should come and visit Fay Manor, then. I'll show you one when you do.
Okay, deal. Just 'cause you're so stinking cute.
A giant bicycle is flying through the air!
That bicycle, Pros, is one where you don't have to pedal. It moves on its own.
Really? Oh, wow!
But sorry to disappoint you. It can't fly.
Oh, that's too bad.
Oh, she's so cute.
Ah, there are masks here.
Yeah, that one in the middle is the Steel Samurai. The ones next to that are the Pink Princess and the Evil Magistrate. They fought many battles against the backdrop of Neo-Old Tokyo.
Wow, you really know a lot about the Steel Samurai, Mr. Nick.
I don't know whether to laugh or cry that I know more about that show than a kid.
There's a small door at the bottom of this bigger door, Mr. Nick.
When Maya got out of the room that she was kept in, the room that she ended up in had a small door, just like that. Just like that. You got in your car talking to people in the back there. Get the heck out of my car now! I'm dealing with a fucking moron here. Get out now! Now! Is this like what? I'm not sure who are you yelling at. I bet it's for Mr. Guard's cat to use.
Oh, you mean shoot.
The door. It's locked tight. Well, I guess that's to keep nosy people like me from entering it. Maya could be behind this fucking door. And we don't even know. There's another door over there.
You shouldn't go wandering around off over there, Mr. Nick.
Yes, Pearls. Now I know how Maya feels when I tell her to stop snooping around. It's a very comfortable and spacious lounge set. I wonder if famous stars drop by and sit around and have a good old time. In any case, I don't really belong here, do I? What is it with me feeling inferior today? I'm accomplished. I matter. I do good stuff. I went to school and got a degree in law. So would I just go back to the detention center? Let's see, is she still in there? Oh my god! I'm Uncle Bear, and I say it's barely 8 o'clock. What is that infernal racket?
It's one of the presents going off. Sounds like it's already 8 p.m. Way past your bedtime.
Stardom. It's almost 8 o'clock here. 2 people were in the car because Pearls and Phoenix are in the house? I don't know what that means. Pearls hears me talking about the 2 people in my car. Insert Pearls, Phoenix. Pearls would be like, what? He has a car? Cool. Phoenix is like, who the hell is in the car? And Shilova-kun, I'm thinking the same thing. Hey, Crimson! Hey, what's up, cuz? Oh, I love you too, bro. I love you too. Welcome to the cringe. Oh, that startled me. I thought I was gonna die for a second.
8 p.m.? Well, that's the time when the award ceremony ended that night, remember?
Time sure flies. Hard to believe it's been 2 days since the ceremony. What? The transceiver! Hello? Hello? This is not a phone. Maya! How's Maya? You haven't heard her, have you? It seems you were not able to fulfill your end of the bargain, Mr. Attorney. I have heard the news, so it would seem my present did you no good.
No, Mystic Maya!
One more day, please. All I ask is for one more day. I'll get the not guilty verdict for sure this time, please. I suppose, if I must. I need that acquittal more than anything else, after all. Please, let Maya say something. I want to hear that she's all right. All right. Then a little. What is this static all of a sudden? Hello? Hello? It seems bad. Connect. Damn it! Did the transceiver just suddenly break? Excuse me.
What happened?
I don't know. All of a sudden it became nothing but static.
Mystic Maya! Mystic Maya!
Why did the transceiver suddenly break like that? I should probably have an electronics expert look at it. Sooner the better. Do I know an electronics expert? Who do I know as an electronics expert? It can't be Gumshoe. Oh, hey! Welcome back, pal! I thought I'd make you
a little something for dinner.
That's nice. Thanks.
A rich man's luxurious full-course meal. Out of a can, that is.
I'm sorry you went through all the trouble to cook, but I don't have time to eat.
Oops. Looks like you don't have a can opener, pal.
You gotta be kidding. And here I thought he had already whipped something up.
Oh, I know. There is one way I know how to be helpful. Ask me about anything you want, pal. Go ahead.
Oh, well, since he's here offering, I wonder what should I try asking him about. About the transceiver?
What, the transceiver?
Oh, Mr. Nick, you should ask Mr. Scruffy Detective about that thing.
What thing?
Oh yeah, this thing just up and broke all of a sudden.
It broke, pal?
When I was talking to the kidnapper, it just suddenly broke into static. Look, it sounded like this. Phoenix doesn't know how things work. Hold a photo of me and my eyes wetting my hands start to cry.
It's like, there, Mr. Piranha Plant. It's okay. Mr. Nick will save her.
Well, I don't hear any static, pal.
What? Huh?
Maybe it fixed itself?
That's strange. I'm sure it was making a loud static noise.
Maybe.
Maybe what?
Oh, maybe it was electromagnetic interference, pal.
That's a big word for you, for Gumshoe. Electromagnetic interference? So what is electromagnetic interference?
Well, it's something that happens when a radio wave gets mixed up with another signal, pal.
Oh, when you put it that way.
I don't understand what you're talking about.
Well, like for example, when a cell phone goes off next to a computer screen, the stuff on the screen gets kind of fuzzy. It starts acting funny, right?
Kids these days probably won't know, but that's how it was when cell phones first came out.
Huh? Computer?
It's like when you use the dryer next to the TV, and the screen starts looking weird. Another thing kids won't know.
Oh, yes, the TV does do that. Oh, that's what you're talking about.
Oh, she seems amazingly happy. God, she's a precious treasure, and we must all protect her.
So the room you were in when the interference to the transceiver happened, there's gotta be something there that's sending out a very strong radio wave, pal. Something like a listening device or something. Hey, speaking of that, where were you when it happened?
We were in Mr. Kurita's room, the scene of the murder.
What? Well, that's it. I'm gonna sneak into the precinct and get a bug sweeper. I'll meet you at the crime scene later, alright, pal?
Wait, Gumshoe.
Oh, yeah, baby. It's investigating time. I'm on fire, pal. My fingers are itching to go. Yeah!
We should be going too, Mr. Nick.
Alright, let's go. Gumshoe's best guy. I went to the wrong hallway. Dun, 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 dun.
Hey, you're finally here, pal.
Sorry to keep you waiting.
Do you have the, bug sweeper?
Well, you see, I got busted trying to sneak in, pal, and then suddenly, I'm staring at the precinct doors. From the outside, I mean. So yeah, I couldn't get one of the police bug sweepers.
What do you mean you couldn't get one? We need that item!
Well, hey, calm down, pal. I didn't say I didn't get one. I just not the police's.
Wow, so this is a bug sweeper.
It looks a little broken.
Hey, this was made when I was in elementary school, pal.
Oh? By who?
Well, by me, of course. Seeing this show brings back memories. Hey, don't look down on it, pal. Sure, it looks a little beat up, but I put my heart and soul into building this puppy here.
Your heart and soul?
It'll work. Trust me, pal. It'll do the job. But But you can't set the sensitivity. So it's gonna beep at anything that gives off electromagnetic waves.
But isn't it better that way?
Well, anyway, since I bought it all this way, I might as well give it a whirl. Right, pal?
I'm getting that sinking feeling again.
Okay, now I'll tell you how to use this baby. Well, there's a listening device or some other sort of bug hidden in this room, pal.
So we're gonna find it, right?
Right. Now, first, let's turn the sweeper on. I'm not being New York enough for him. Next, move the sweeper around to give the room a real thorough look-see, pal. Looky-see. The sweeper will let you know how strong a signal it's picking up, so keep an eye on it, alright? Once you find something that's giving off a lot of radio waves, press the X button to lock onto it. There's a lot of things here that's gonna give off the radio waves, so let's take a good look at anything and everything that seems suspicious, okay, pal? Alright, I'm gonna go stand outside and keep an eye out. Give me a yell if you find the bug. Got it, pal? Aha! Lamp! Check. Listen device? No.
There are a lot of lamps in this room, aren't there, Mr. Nick?
Yeah.
And they're all on. You shouldn't do that, Mr. Nick. Don't you know that's wasteful?
Yeah, I'll be more conscientious from now on. I'm sorry. Cell phone. Nope, no bugs in here.
Cell phone?
What? Don't tell me you don't know what a cell phone is.
I'm sorry, I've never seen one before.
Oh, now that she mentions it, my cell phone couldn't get any reception while I was staying in Crane Village. And Pearls has never lived outside the village. So... well, I guess I can't say it's impossible to live without one. People used to.
Aw, what a lovely bear.
This must be one of those fancy bear-shaped toy robots.
It's a robot? It's a real robot?
Yeah, it's a real one.
Mr. Nick,
But yes?
how many horsepowers is it? How many horsies?
Horsies? Well, look, it's a bear. So, so cute.
The radio's on and playing something. Oh, it's Kids Question Corner.
Professor, why is the Earth round?
Yes, why is it, Mr. Nick?
Why don't you listen to the radio program a little more, Pearls? I'm a lawyer, not a scientist. I don't really think the listen device is in the TV of all places.
Looks like the TV was left on, and now it's showing an old samurai movie.
Yeah, this channel plays all sorts of international movies, as well as domestic ones.
You know, every time I watch one of these old movies, I always think, wow, these Japanese stars are really good at English.
Yeah.
When I grow up, I want to study Japanese.
Goddamn, you are Japanese, Pearls. Goddamn localization. I should probably keep my mouth shut here about localization. We fucking live in Japan. Lamp, check. Listen device, no.
There are a lot of
Oh, you're gonna yell at me for this one too? Okay. Well, the phone is the most common place for a listen device. Heh. After the first case with the jiggle tits. But let's take the receiver part first, before we get ahead of ourselves here.
Wow, you know a lot about electronics, don't you, Mr. Nick?
Oh yeah, I know tons, especially when it comes to taking them apart. It's my specialty. I'll leave the fixing part up to Gumshoe.
So, is there a listening device in there?
No. And I really thought it had to be in the phone, too.
Oh, the water in this hot water pot has run out. I'll go get more water for it.
Okay, sounds good. Looks like she's forgotten all about looking for the listener. It's so cute. You and your child ADD.
What's this? It looks sort of like a hot water pot, but...
Oh, well, it's kind of like a hot water pot, I guess. But instead of hot water, coffee comes out.
Really? Oh, this pot can do that? Is there a pot that orange juice comes out of?
Oh my god, you're just so cute, Pearls. But sorry.
This is a refrigerator, right?
I really don't think the listening device is in something like this.
Because it's filled with nothing but healthy vegetable juices, right?
Yeah, sure.
What does that have to do with listening
Devices. Who cares? It's Pearls. She's adorable. She's a precious treasure, and we all must protect her. Oh, no, that's not... that's what I wanted. It's a TV's remote control, but it doesn't look like the listening device is in here.
So I was thinking, I wonder if a TV remote works on other things. Like, can I make you change your expressions, like TV channels? Zap!
Hey! But if I could... Oh, the people I would give the old mute button to... Well, I don't think it's gonna work on me. Why don't we try it on Maya tomorrow, okay?
Okay!
Oh, that's the spirit. There's no listening device in that notebook computer, huh?
What's a notebook computer?
Do you know what a notebook is?
Yes, it's a small book with paper you can write on. So?
Well, that thing's like a notebook in a way. It's basically a small laptop.
Mr. Dick, what's a laptop?
Well, certainly looks like an alarm clock.
What's wrong? Why do you look troubled?
Well, I just can't imagine the listening device being inside this alarm clock. It just sort of reminded me of something that happened a long time ago.
Oh.
Well, anyway, it looks like the listening device isn't in here.
Wow, there's a really delicious loaf of bread in here.
Ah, it looks like it's been on keep warm all this time since the murder.
Well, Mr. Scruffy Detective always says, got to keep the trail and the crime scene warm.
I think that keep warm in that case is a little more metaphorical. And here we have a dryer. Nothing unusually here, I think.
A dryer? Oh, if you use it next to a TV, it'll make the screen look all weird, right?
Yeah.
And when that happens, it's called electromagnetic interference, right?
Hey, good memory, Pearls.
I'll never forget it for the rest of my life.
Oh my god, you're so cute.
What's this?
It's a small video camera. No listening device in this gizmo.
Everyone's trying to make everything smaller and smaller lately, aren't they, Mr. Nick?
Well, that's what it seems like.
But I want to grow bigger and bigger.
Well, eating only vegetables isn't gonna help you there. You have to eat meat, too. Goddamn right. Yeah, goddamn right. Pearls is big fans of impossible meats, I bet. What? 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 What?
This is just a giant stuffed teddy bear, right? It's the biggest one I've ever seen.
Hey, did you guys find it yet? The listening device, I mean?
No, not yet. But this bear's eye is...
Let's see. Let's see. Perfectly normal stuffed bear with some really strong radio waves. Well, it sounds like you found the device to me, pal. Let's dig this big fella's eye out and see what we got.
What? No, you can't. Such a violent act.
Whoop.
No!
You gotta traumatize her.
That's...
Well, it's a miniature camera, and it looks like there's more. Oh, there's a transmitter and a timer. What? A transmitter, pal.
Oh, is this more of that high-tech stuff?
I love that Gumshoe's a tech expert. They gave Gumshoe more redeeming character qualities. Not that he needed any. He's the best guy anyways. Remember, I planned with Pearls, we're looking for a listening device.
Yes, Mr. Piranha, we're gonna find it.
And then we did. I'm sorry I read that late. That probably would have been better before we found it. So, this tiny thing is a camera? Yep. It's a pinhole CCD camera, pal. It's small, high grade. It's a small, high grade video camera, mostly used in security systems. So, it's a video camera. It runs on a battery, which comes within its set. But there's no videotape in this camera. Well, this is only the camera part here, pal. The tape recorder with the tape inside is somewhere else.
Somewhere else?
The footage is changed into radio waves and then it's set to that recorder.
So, it's sort of like a TV broadcast, isn't it?
Hey, you know, you're right! Spy camera set to record the victim's room from 8 p.m. for 1 hour was running at the time of the murder. So, what's a transmitter? Well, it's a device that sends the footage the camera took to a specific destination. It's like a video version of a listening device, pal. It looks like it's attached to a small clock-like thing. Oh, that's a timer, pal. You can set it to turn the camera on, to turn the camera on, and record it at a certain time with it.
You can set it for a certain time?
Yup. Let's see. This looks like it will set to start at 8 p.m. and go for 1 hour.
8 p.m.? That was the time the awards ceremony ended.
There's no date set, so it's been recording every night, I guess.
But, Mr. Detective, how long has this bear been here?
I'm pretty sure it's been here since the night of the murder. The murder.
Then maybe...
Well, maybe this camera caught the murder, the murder on tape. What? And if you think about the angle the bear is at, was bound to have had a clear shot of the whole crime, pal.
Transmitter changes the footage taken by the spy camera into radio waves and transmits that data. Cover Pearl's eyes so they have to see the eye get ripped out. Don't trouble that's precious treasure, right?
So what? I can't see. What happened?
It's like, it's better that you didn't see Pearl's.
So there was a camera in this bear's eye?
And it was disguised as a present.
And I'm sure it was here on the night of the murder, pal. Nailed it. It's pretty big, so it stands out pretty well in my mind.
But who gave Mr. Corrida this present?
I don't know, pal. But this means that someone out there's got a video of what happened here that night.
Isn't there any way we can figure out who that person is?
It's impossible, pal. Radio waves can be sent almost anywhere, so there's no real way to find out.
Is there really no way to find out?
Stuffed bear.
Spy camera set in its right eye, found in the victim's room. I remember the voice. You didn't say anything.
I got it! What? Hey, pal, let me borrow this mini camera for a bit.
What are you gonna do?
I'm gonna go around the electronic shops and see if I can find out who bought this.
But that's impossible. I mean, it's already 9 p.m.
Leave it to me. Even if I have to search all night, I'll find your man, pal.
Gumshoe best fucking bro.
Oh yeah, baby. It's investigating time. I'm on fire, pal. My fingers are itching to go. Yeah!
Gumshoe grabs Piranha Plant and runs off with him.
Come on, pal. We gotta do some investigating.
Oh, yeah. Oh, okay. I'm sorry.
Don't traumatize the precious treasure,
says the Piranha Plant.
He's gone.
Yeah.
But Mr. Scruffy Detective sure is a nice man. He's pushing himself so hard, all for Mystic Maya's sake.
It's a mystery how you always manage to do the things in the most inefficient ways, right? I don't know who that is, so robot voice. Ah! Oh, it's Edgeworth. You'll have to excuse me. I heard your conversation just now.
Edgeworth? The hell?
A rescue team has been created and deployed. Oh yeah, Edgeworth made a rescue team to go find Maya, because he is best guy too. Edgeworth and Gumshoe, best bros. I can't say I'm optimistic, but we have to move forward, one step at a time. I see. Thanks. Don't thank me yet. We still have to find her.
So, there was a spy camera hidden inside the stuffed animal. You are one lucky man, right? Huh? Do you know the stuffed bear, little girl?
I have no idea.
Of course not. The maker of this bear is a very expensive luxury brand from overseas. It's completely handmade, and only a small number of these were exported here. What? Huh? The camera and transmitter that the scatterbrain detective took with him are dead ends. Things like those can be bought anywhere. However, this bear is different. By tracking how he got into this country, this bear can tell us who the buyer is.
Can you really do that, Mr. Nick? Can he really?
Well, I guess so. It's 9 p.m. I think I can still make it in time. Huh? I'll be taking this for now. I'm sure you have other things you have to do. I like to think about Edgeworth trying to get this big ass bear out of the hotel. It's just him walking by people. I should draw some fan art of that. See you soon, Wright. What? Wait! What? Why are you doing this? I have no interest in explaining myself to someone who cannot comprehend. But besides that, Wright, until court reconvenes tomorrow, you should concern yourself with this question. Who was the person that murdered Juan Corrida? The real killer? Do you really still think that it was Adrian Andrews? To be honest, I don't know anymore. You still have a little time left. Find the truth, Wright. Everything begins with the truth. Juan Corrida's real killer, Miss Andrews' past. The kidnapper whose sole condition is an acquittal for Mr. Encard? And this card, Shelly the Killer. Maya, the only way I can save you now is to find all the answers to this case tonight. I don't understand what your real intentions are, Edgeworth. But as you said, all I can do for now is find the truth. Edgeworth, also, I saw you talking to this immature and dumb weed.
Who you calling a weed? I have a job, wife, and a home. What do you...
You'd be like, oh, it's Spoke. Disgusting. Don't worry, I'll have the good detective bring some weed killer. I was like, no, wait, no, it's sentient. Don't kill it. What? This thing is, and it's married to Maya. What? For your games.
Like, I'm not joking. Maya married a piranha plant. I don't know. It's a whole thing. Just go with it.
You not go with it, right?
It's past 9 p.m. already, isn't it? I wonder if Mr. Edgeworth has already found Mystic Maya.
These things take time. I say probably not. The police are professionals, Pearls. They'll find her, so don't you worry. And if we can win a not guilty verdict tomorrow, then everything will be okay.
You're right.
Oh, Pearls. So the real person who killed Mr. Corrida was,
that assassin, Mr. Shelley the Killer, right?
And the card Miss Andrews found at the crime scene seems to be proof of that. But if that's the case, then a new question comes to mind. Who was the one that hired the killer to begin with? Who was his client?
You mean, who asked for the murder?
That person didn't want to dirty their own hands in blood, but whoever this client is, they're still a killer.
Who could have hired the assassin? Do you think it was Miss Andrews?
I wonder. But if she was the client, then why go through the effort to stab the knife into the corpse herself?
But if Miss Andrews wasn't the client, then... No, it can't be.
Manning Guard himself?
If Mr. Engard really did hire the assassin,
then he's not innocent at all. Far from it. He would be guilty of the crime.
But it can't be Mr. Engard, right? I mean, when we first talked to him...
Mr. Engard, I'd like to ask you one more question. Did you kill Mr. Juan Corrida? Alright, just so we're clear, dude. I didn't kill anyone, and that includes Juan Corrida, okay? I didn't see any Cyclops at the time. Actually, that reminds me.
Did you remember something, Mr. Nick?
Yeah, something Miss Andrews said at the trial today. She said something interesting.
So what is this interesting thing?
Oh, that's right. You didn't hear it, did you? Pearls. Juan had bet everything on the jamming ninja this year. And if he lost the Grand Prix, he was going to make sure Matt was going down with him. That's what he thought anyway. It looked like somehow Juan had in his hands a secret so powerful that it would destroy Matt's acting career had it been revealed.
Mr. Engard's secret? What is the secret?
I don't know yet. But for now, let's think about it this way. Mr. Corrida was going to reveal this secret. And that means Mr. Engard had plenty of motive to have Mr. Corrida silenced. Which means we have to meet with Mr. Engard. There's no way around it now. At 9 o'clock? And I got... Oh no, who's in the hallway?
Wow, it's really getting late, isn't it, Mr. Nick?
Yeah, it's past 9 p.m. already. But we still have some things to prepare for tomorrow's trial. There's still the matter of this secret Mr. Corrida had held about Mr. Engard. And Miss Andrews' real intentions. These are two things I must know tonight.
But aren't visiting hours over at the detention center?
I'm sure we'll think of something, Pearls. Don't you worry. Oh no. Is anyone here? Oh god. No. 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 Yeah, I'm married to Maya. You want proof? Here. Shows Edward the photo of the wedding. Oh my god. People actually paid to see Maya marry a plant. I'll never understand this culture. Hey, wait.
What is it, whippersnapper? All I know is that nothing has anything to... nothing has anything...
Yeah, fuck you! Hey, fuck you!
Like just now, I was handed this strange device for who knows what reason. And I was told to use it to search this whole hotel.
That's the bug sweeper, isn't it? The one Gumshoe made.
I don't know, and frankly, I don't care. But the request came from Edgy Poo. So...
Edgeworth?
And he said...
If you feel angry, direct your anger at that unsophisticated lawyer.
So I'm gonna feel free to direct all my anger towards you.
Oh, gee. Thanks a bundle, Edgeworth. What a pal you are. God, I have to talk to you way too much in this case.
This is absolutely top secret, so you had better keep it to yourselves. I heard that they found a spy camera hidden in one of the presents.
Very interesting.
I'm sure it was, you know, it was to catch poor Juan in the middle of some scandalous meeting. Scandalous? What's that? It means, well, you know, that gossip that's been going around about my dear Juan.
Oh, you mean that thing about Miss Andrews? I'm sure she must have had some reason for getting close to Mr. Corrida.
I'll let you in on another secret, youngin'. I know who planted that spy camera. It was that obvious, obnoxious, puffy-head photographer girl. The nerve of some people. Spying on people by yourself, as if I wouldn't want to see one for myself either.
Wow, the alien actually admitted her true intentions for a change.
I don't know what you're thinking exactly, but I can bet it's nothing good.
I didn't say anything.
So you want to know about Juan? And that manager, right? Actually, as I hear it, they were something of a refreshing pair, those two.
Oh?
I tell you, Juan really welcomed that manager with open arms, I hear. That manager? Who are you talking about? You don't know that manager woman that Juan had. It's a shame she killed herself, though.
Oh, you're talking about Miss Celeste Impacts, Miss Andrews' mentor, right?
Yes, that's the one. That Celeste girl. She was supposed to get married, you know.
Married? You mean to Mr. Corita?
Ah, really? You young kids today don't know shit, do you? That girl, Celeste, killed herself 3 days after their marriage announcement.
What? 3 days after their marriage announcement? What in the...
Well, why would Miss Impax want to kill herself? She was gonna get married. Well, that's because she was thrown away, you see, by Juan.
What?
But they were gonna get married, right? They promised each other, right? They held a grand announcement session, but 3 days later, Juan suddenly canceled their marriage.
Is that true? It was in the weekly magazines.
But why? Why did he do that?
That was not in the magazines, unfortunately. I see.
That night, after Juan called off the wedding, that manager, Celeste, killed herself.
How terrible.
I wonder what happened between those two.
God damn! I don't know if... I don't want to talk to you. I don't have to talk to you about anything else. Leave me alone. Goodbye.
Plant cyborg? Get it right.
Wait, it's like... I didn't say that.
I did not say I was done speaking. You need to pay more attention.
I don't know. What is he yelling at me about? I don't know. Right? Explain. I don't know. He's mad at you, Edgeworth. You called him a cyborg. I did not call him a cyborg. Why would he do that? I don't know. Did you? I didn't. Maybe you did. I would not say something so ridiculous, right? As a sidebar. On that night, there must have been at least a few hundred people here. I guess the police are done with their questioning and investigating. It looks like things in the lobby have finally calmed down. I don't have to look around in here, do I? I don't think so. There's nothing in here. These cameras must belong to the press that came to cover the conference. They're all basically doing the same thing. Staring at an empty stage. And so am I for some reason. Let me get the fuck out of here.
It feels sort of tense in here, doesn't it, Mr. Nick?
Yeah, it does. Wonder if something happened.
Oh, you're Mr. Edgeworth's, Guard's lawyer, right?
Yes, sir.
Well, we finally found just the person we've been looking for. A real decisive witness.
A decisive witness? You mean for the Engard case?
We're taking the witness's statement right now.
Gotta hand it to Mr. Edgeworth. What's Edgeworth up to now?
But who is this witness?
I think you know this person quite well, Mr. Lawyer.
Mr. Nick?
Between the kidnapper's demand and now this, I can't see any way to win here.
Oh, yeah, Mr. Edgeworth wanted me to tell you something.
He did?
Even though visiting hours are long over at the detention center, he wanted me to grant you special permission, so there you go.
What?
I've already called them so they know. Go on, go talk to your heart's content.
Well, thank you very much.
This is such good news, Mr. Nick.
Go talk to your heart's content. It sounds like the police are pretty sure that they have tomorrow's trial in the bag. I love this case because also, without my friends, without Gumshoe and Edgeworth and stuff like that, I wouldn't be able to save my best friend.
I was saying what I was actually...
It's like, I don't know. Right, what's it doing? Oh my god, you made it mad. Again, Edgeworth, stop making it mad. I'm not trying to make it mad, right? I'm not doing anything. I'm asking you what it's doing. Like, I don't know. It doesn't like you, Edgeworth. It doesn't like you. Maybe stop making that stank face at it. I'm not making a stank face, right? What kind of stank face would it be making? The one that you know, your everyday face. This is not stank face. This is how it normally look. I know, but some people might take it offensive. You always look like you're angry. Well, that's not my problem. And what's the plant care if I'm angry or not? I'm getting angry at it now. It's like, no, Edgeworth. Calm down, bro. Calm down. I'm gonna go step outside. Yeah. Go get some air. Go get some air. And Edgeworth leaves the room. I feel bad because of demon. Oh my god. I'm sure they must have transferred Miss Andrews here by now. So that means that both Mr. Engard and Miss Andrews are in this detention center. Now then, whose story do I want to hear? Who should we talk to first? Piranha, pick! Since you're here. Somebody pick. If not, I'll pick. But I know there's a delay. I'll wait a second. Going once. Going twice. Going chicken soup with rice. I picked Manengard. I'm sure you're typing a story. That's okay. Dude, it's Mr. Wright. I hope you can get me off the hook tomorrow. I'm counting on you. Well, I hope so too. Edgeworth just dropped a fucking bombshell on me by saying that Juan Corrida was killed by an assassin, and the assassin's client is this man, Manengard. What's wrong? Mr. Engard, there's something I must know with 100% certainty. You seem kind of different. You're totally not like your usual lawyer dude self. About the press conference. You mean the one where Juan was gonna dress up as a nickel samurai? Yeah, I heard a little more about it from Miss Andrews. It looked like somehow Juan had in his hands a secret so powerful that it would destroy Matt's acting career had it been revealed. Could you please fill me in on what this secret is, please? Sure, why, God, oh, my, 5! I knew this was coming.
Mr. Nick, don't tell me.
Cyclox. You said a secret, right? Well, I don't have any idea what it is. Do you, dude? Did you know about Mr. Corrida and Miss Andrews' relationship? Well, it's all over the tabloids, dude. But I don't know anything of the details, if that's what you mean. Look, how many times do I have to tell you? I don't care what Juan did with his life. But Miss Andrews, she had a purpose in mind when she started seeing Mr. Corrida. Her mentor was Mr. Corrida's manager, and Miss Andrews was going to get Miss Celeste Impact's suicide note from her. Celeste? Does that jog any memories? Dude, I suddenly got totally hungry. You up for a pizza? My treat.
Mr. Nick, what's a pizza? Is it like a kind of pea? Like green peas?
Oh my god, you're so cute. Give me a hug. Let's go eat one later, okay? Oh, I got caught up by a pizza dude at the shop. That's too bad. Well, how about we get our minds off this topic and talk about something else, okay? Mr. Engard, are you connected to Miss Impact's suicide in some way? I don't know if I can... Let's see what we can do. Come on and slam, and welcome to the jam! Now, let's hear what this secret of yours is. What if Mr. Corrida had been successful in his plans? What would he have disclosed? I told you before, dude. I don't know. I don't know anything about Juan, okay? Look, Mr. Wright, I can keep on saying it till I'm blue in the face, but I totally didn't pay Juan any attention that whole time that night. I mean, come on. I was in the middle of a nap. Don't lie to me. Huh? I know you paid close attention to Mr. Corrida, especially that night. Oh, I don't have the... Oh, no, I don't have the camera. I can't. Back up. Back up. I don't want penalties. Run away. How do I reset it? Oh, no.
It doesn't look like Mr. Scruffy Detective's here.
Well, he's out there with that camera asking around at all the electronic stores. Poor guy.
Then I'll make some salad for him for dinner.
Looks like Pearls really appreciates what Gumshoe's doing for us.
Mr. Nick,
Yes?
where's the lettuce?
I don't think I've ever bought lettuce before.
I guess I'll have to give up on making a salad then.
I guess the lack of lettuce is kind of a problem. I'm sorry, Pearls. I never made it to make you cry. I knew I should have talked to Adrian first. I should have. Now I'm in a suit that when I get too angry, I will be poked by a syringe that calms me down. I mean, that's effective. Oh, it's you. I'm sorry to be visiting at such a late hour, but there's a few questions I absolutely have to ask you tonight.
Me? I thought your client was Matt.
I'm sure Miss Andrews knows something. She can't be clueless about this secret that Mr. Gordita had on Mr. Guard. I'd like to ask you about Matt and Guard, if you don't mind. Mr. Wright, you still don't know, do you? The real him, I mean... the real him, I mean. That's what it should have said. You seem to bear a lot of resentment towards Mr. Guard. If that's the case, then why did you become his manager? And why would you become intimate with his rival? That has nothing to do with this case. Nothing. About Miss Celeste Impacts, I had finally put her death behind me, and now, thanks to you, it's all come back to the surface. I'm sorry. Yes, I was shocked by her suicide, and it's true that when I heard the rumor that Juan was the one who had hidden her suicide note, I began to draw close to him. I wanted to get her suicide note back, and to burn it. You wanted to burn it? But why? I didn't want it to spread like just another piece of gossip. But I never held any murderous intent towards Juan. I would never do something so stupid. The suicide note, huh? I wonder what it said. Well, why did you try to frame Mr. Engard? That's simple, because he's the killer, that's why. Isn't it the duty of every good citizen to inform the police?
But there had to be another way.
The police are excellent at doing their job, so they'd figure it out, right? Yes, they're so good that they couldn't figure out the real truth behind Celeste's death.
Miss Andrews.
Well, I know you're not the type of person to do something without a reason. So, please, tell me why you did what you did. Revenge.
Huh? Did you say something just now?
Okay, good. There's just a small little lock there. You can brush that aside. Don't you understand yet? You're not my lawyer. To be honest, you're more like my enemy.
But...
I'm sure I just heard Miss Andrews say, revenge? Do I even have? I don't know. Maybe. Slap. Come on in, slam. But no jam, because there's only one. Can you please tell me why you framed Mr. Engard for the murder? I've already told you countless times. It's because I thought Matt was the killer. No, that's not it. I know you have a personal reason to dislike Mr. Engard. Miss Andrews, you may think I didn't hear it, but I know you said something earlier. You said revenge. So you're saying I was taking my revenge out on Matt, and that's why. You said it. Huh, what an absurd idea. I don't have anything I want to take revenge for. Miss Andrews, a woman who lives by being dependent on other people. There's something or someone in her past that would make her take revenge. So can I just show you the... Is it really that obvious? Take that! That's dumb. Why are you making me do this? Celeste. There's only one catalyst. Why am I doing... This is so obvious. Game? You're just making this take longer than it needs to. There's only one catalyst that could cause such strong feelings, and even revenge. And that is Miss Impact's suicide. But what are you trying to say? Celeste was Juan's manager. On top of that, the one who hit her suicide note was also Juan. What does that have to do with Matt? You're right. You haven't mentioned him. Yet. But for you to hate Mr. Guard, it would mean that he must have had some relation to Miss Impact's and her suicide note. Can you explain to me this relation? I don't think I have anything for that. Unless it's Juan. Is it that easy? Oh my god, look how thick that penalty is. Damn it! I don't think I have anything like that. Holy blips and chips. Run away! Pick up pearls and jump out the window. Man, nobody want to fucking talk to me? Y'all bunch of haters. I'm just trying to do lawyer stuff and do truth stuff, and then you just all not being nice to me, and I don't like it. Appreciate it. I'm in this dumb suit with this dumb syringe that does a dumb thing when I get angry. That, well, maybe it's for your own good. Maybe it'll help you. Yes, perhaps it'll help you with your anger management issues. Edgeworth, damn, Edgeworth, chill, bruh, chill.
I like it. It's kind of a cute suit. You remind me of a Teletubby.
What the hell is a Teletubby? You don't want to know. I don't... The only place I haven't gone is his house. Can I even? Maybe? Looks like no one's around.
What happened to that person with the stuffed teddy face?
Oh, she must mean that butler with the stitches in his face.
Shoo! Oh, there you are. I guess you're still awake, huh, Shoo? Come on, let's play.
Oh, yes, how cute. Wonder if that butler, Mr. Doe, is already asleep or not. Oh, I guess I did have to come here. Well, no. Have to look around again? This ain't gonna help. Well, this ain't gonna help nothing. Damn it. But pearls, I'm trying to investigate murder. There's nothing new here. Don't act like it's new. It ain't new, game. You're just a tease. Okay, I guess there's nothing I can do here. Fuck. Well, shit. Fuck you. Let's go this way. And then let's go that way. And then, oh my god, no, let's go that way. But then, can I look at... There's a piece of paper taped to the door that says Matt and Guard's room.
The old lady told us about this, didn't she? That we can't go into this room tonight?
I wonder if an investigation briefing is going on right now inside. Without Detective Gumshoe. Aw, poor guy. Pearls. Okay. I'm missing something, or I should be able to break Celeste's lock. Maybe I'm just not figuring it out properly. I haven't gotten any new items, so it's not like it's gonna be that difficult. Oh. Oh, Mr. Wright, please, you have to help me. Mr. Powers?
What happened? Why are you here?
You see, I got roped into this somehow.
What?
And now I'm gonna testify at tomorrow's trial.
He's a decisive witness? Mr. Powers? What the fuck? Is this allowed? I was talking with a detective until a little while ago, and I was on my way home when all of a sudden, you're under arrest, and I was brought back here. Oh. They said my face and whole self in general looked suspicious or something.
Well, I guess I can see how they thought you looked suspicious.
Just a normal guy on an exercise show for kids. Is that a crime?
No, it's not. It's just your face. So, about this testimony you're giving, what are you going to talk about?
I don't really know yet. But it sounds like I saw something pretty important from what they tell me.
You saw something important? What was it?
Well, the detectives told me not to talk about it. You can't tell anyone, especially not that lawyer, he said.
Who do you think that lawyer detective was talking about?
I'm going to take a wild guess here and say it's me.
Yeah, you got it.
Mr. Nick, Mystic Maya, and myself are your only two allies in this whole world, but it's alright.
Ouch, I don't really have a lot of friends, do I? Sure you do. Sure you do. And a picture of a Teletubby. It's like, good heavens, what is that abomination of mankind? It's like, that's a Teletubby. Throw it away. I don't want to see that again. Great. It's not like I needed to sleep tonight or anything.
This is gonna do a lot of...
That's a lot of damage.
This is gonna do a lot of damage to Matt, you know. Because he's got that refreshing like a spring breeze image going.
But what is he really like?
Well, let's see. Matt's always been kind of a player with women. He would never really turn a pretty face away, if you know what I mean. He'd always say, it's just a game, to justify himself.
Oh, he a fuckboy? Damn.
What? How horrible! That's unforgivable!
Sorry, I didn't mean to offend you. But you know, he said once that there's only one person in the whole world who won't swoon over me.
One person who wouldn't swoon over him?
His manager, you know, Miss Adrian Andrews.
Why is Mr. Powers suddenly looking kind of energetic?
You see, I'm actually a sucker for gossip. I mean, celebrities and their world have this dazzling sort of image, right?
A dazzling sort of image? But aren't you a part of that dazzle, Mr. Powers?
No, I'm more of a hairy, sweaty, smelly, brutish kind of guy, you see. But it's okay, really. I get to hear plenty of gossip about a lot of the other stars around me as things happen.
Well, that's true.
Oh, hey, so did you hear about this yet? About Miss Andrews' mentor and her suicide?
You mean Miss Impax?
We heard something about how her wedding was cancelled.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. I thought about it a little the other day, about that mysterious death. Hey, Mr. Wright, why don't you ask me about that? Go on, go ahead.
Mr. Powers is so charged up, his skin is practically glowing electricity. He gonna turn to Blanca.
Hey, so have you heard this? Celeste left a suicide note. And they say that Juan went and hid it.
We heard about that in court today. But there wasn't any actual proof that she had left a note.
Well, this is what I think. I think that something bad was written on that note. Something bad for Juan, that is.
Something bad for Mr. Kurita?
Why do you figure so?
Well, before she died, Celeste talked with a few of her friends. And she said, it looks like I got caught up with a truly insidious man.
A truly insidious man? Did she mean Mr. Kurita by that?
Well, there's no one else that fits the bill, right? And that would be the reason enough for him to hide the suicide note.
I see. Well, that's some good info. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Miss Engard and Miss Andrews. They're both at the detention center now. There are still some things I understand. I have to get that to them and tell me everything. Duh, 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 duh. It's a Steel Samurai.
Mr. Nick, your phone!
Hey, that's the Steel Samurai theme song, isn't it?
I don't like the silence ringtone right now. It sounds kind of
ominous. Yeah, no.
Hello? We're in trouble now, pal! I'll be back at the office really soon! What's wrong? Something really unexpected just happened. Mr. Edgeworth, he... Edgeworth? Anyway, hurry up and get back to the office, pal. I don't know what's going on anymore. It's no good. Hello? He got cut off.
What's going on, Mr. Nick?
Gumshoe said we need to get back to the office right away.
Then we should hurry back.
I'm scared to go back.
What are you talking about, Mr. Nick? Pull yourself together.
Maybe it'll be good news. Somehow I doubt that. What about Edgeworth? Why was Gumshoe oh my god. What is happening? Final cases are always the best. What took you so long, pal? Mr. Edgeworth couldn't stick around forever and had to go. Well, what happened? We got him. We know who bought the spy camera.
Huh?
This quickly? And this bear's what gave him away, pal. The bear? I figured it out, pal. I figured that we should have been looking into the bear instead of the camera.
But wasn't it Mr. Edgeworth that figured?
Shh, Pearls. Let him have this. Let him have this. Well, there's only one person who bought one of these bears who's related to this crime.
Who is it? Who would be so rude as to spy on another person in their room?
Mad in God.
Huh?
Oh, mad in God. Your client, that's who, pal. And here I thought things couldn't get any worse. Are you sure you heard right? And the person by the bear was... I heard it from the department store clerk, pal. But this is the credit card receipt for the purchase. It's for $3,800, pal, and that's an exact match to the price of that stuffed bear. A receipt? What, that's all you have? Nah, it's not just a receipt, pal. The store clerk said so himself. He told me, I'm sure I sold that bear to Mr. Guard. I mean, the clerk even got Mr. Guard's autograph out of it, pal. So, I'm sure the person who bought the stuffed bear was Mr. Guard himself. My sight's failing me. This can't be. A receipt for $3,800. Proof Guard bought a stuffed bear identical to the one in evidence. So, what about the spy camera we found? Ah, that was a dead end, pal. I mean, you can get this kind of thing from anywhere. But for now, I guess I can give these back to you for your file. Oh, good. Thank you. I needed this. Yay, stuff. I know you don't want to give up, pal. I never thought. I didn't think it was possible. The person who put that spy camera in Juan Korea's room was mad.
Why would Mr. Guard do something like this?
I bet it was to catch Miss Andrews and Mr. Corita in one of their rendezvous. I bet it's not good enough for me. I have to know the absolute truth behind this camera. Are you gonna see him? Mr. God, I mean. Yes.
I'm scared, Mr. Nick. I wonder what we'll find out next.
I'm scared myself, but I have to put on a good face for Pearls. Mad and Guard, what in the world have you done? You're working really late, you know. It's already past 10 p.m., dude. I think it's time you told me the truth. Relax. Don't you know that ignorance is bliss? But if you really want to know, let's talk. Oh, you'd like that, wouldn't you? You'd like that. You would like for me to just talk. I'm gonna save because if I fuck up again, I'm gonna pass out. I didn't get a choice this time who to talk to as well. Interesting. Bring on those thick-ass locks. Each of those locks got 3 C's. That's a whole lot of C's. Now let's hear what this secret of yours is. What have Mr. Creed have been successful in his plans? What will you disclose? Tell you before, dude, I don't know. I don't know anything about one, okay? I think you do, Mr. Yeah, I think I did. Cause camera. Someone used this camera to secretly film Mr. Kurita's room on the night of the murder. Secretly film? What? And then sent the images to the camera, the images that the camera took with this transmitter.
Wow, but dude, where was this camera you were talking about hidden? The spy camera was hidden in this bear's eye. A bear that was supposed to be a present from a fan! I guess Juan had a few of those kind of fans too, huh, dude? Actually, I wouldn't say this bear was a present from a fan. You sure, dude? Who else could it be from? The person who gave this bear to Mr. Krita was... They really making you piece it together. Mr. Engard, don't you know this bear from somewhere? I don't think I've ever met this Mr. Bear before, dude. Aw, but he says he knows you. Look, he's so cute with you. You're my friend. How could you forget such a great friend? Sorry. What else did the bear tell you? He says that you're a fuck boy and you're embarrassing yourself. Congratulations, you played yourself. He says that the one who put the camera in his eye was you, Mr. Engard. I didn't know you could work in court. How you work? If I didn't know how you worked in court, I'd think I was in serious trouble. Come on, this is all just a joke, right, dude? You're just pulling my leg. It's like you're not ready to give up your secret yet. Well, do you have any proof you want to show me first? Here's the proof that it was you who put the camera inside of the bear. One receipt. I like how the penalty got thicker. I have here one credit card receipt, Mr. Knight. It's from when you bought that damn bear. Dude, all you can tell from this is that I spent $3,800. I go to that department store all the time, okay? This $3,800, this could be the toothbrush I bought that one time. A $3,800 toothbrush? It's ivory, and it's got elephant hair for bristles. Ew. Elephant hair? Is that what rich people use nowadays? Anyway, the store clerk clearly remembers you and your purchase. After all, you even gave him an autograph, did you not? Dude, you should have said that earlier. So can I ask you one thing? Yes? You're my lawyer, right, dude? So, if you are, then why are you looking into stuff like that? Because if I don't know the truth, I can't help you. Sounds more like stupid lawyer talk to me. Hey, let's stop talking about this, okay? No, not yet. I haven't asked why you set the camera up yet. And what your secret is, of course, it would be strictly confidential. So, what are you gonna do now? I'm gonna find out what I want to know, because I must. The reason you hid this camera in Mr. Korea's room and filmed the secret is that you wanted to see some raunchy sex tape. Oh man, what? Well, was it? It would have. I think it was for Adrian. You want to see what she was up to then? But oh wait, no. I think he wanted to see the murder. I think that's what it was, if I remember right. Yeah, fuck you. Yeah, I remember. Well, what's his card? Maybe he doesn't know about this card. This is a certain man's calling card. The man's name is Shelly the Killer, and I'm sure you know of him, don't you? Shelly the Killer? That's ridiculous. Well, why would I know some shady scumbag like him? Well, if you don't really know him, why you acting all jumpy all of a sudden? This is it. I'm finally starting to get to the truth. I can't afford to make any more mistakes now. Mr. Engard, Oh, I know you knew, oh, Mr. the Killer, because you're his client. Since you're the one who set up that camera, that means you knew exactly what was going to happen in that room. So, how would you know something like that? It's because you're his client. That's why. You hired Shelly the Killer to assassinate Mr. Juan Corrida. The real mastermind behind this whole murder is you, fucko. And here I was, trying to be a good boy for you, dude. What? I thought if you didn't know, you'd be able to do your job without feeling bad. Well, that's what I thought. Anyway, Mr. Engard, you really did hire... hold on a second. I'm gonna consult myself, okay? Consult my... what? Well, guess it's probably about time anyways. About time for what? I think it's time for you to meet him now, Mr. Lawyer Dude. What? How do you do, Mr. Lawyer? I'm man in guard. What on the flip side of Two-Face is going on here? Oh, Lord! Give us your Edge's picture of Teletubbies. This is what you get for calling me a wee. And then you fall cut it. How many pictures? When did he print all these pictures? Why are there so many pictures of Teletubbies on the internet? Like, it's probably the best thing you don't know. Well done, Mr. Wright. I bet it wasn't easy to gather as much information as you have. You really... So you are Shelly the Killer's client. You didn't really think I would dirty my own hands in this, did you?
What do you mean?
And that woman, that bitch, Adrian, was quite brave herself. Trying to stick the crime on me, I didn't think she had it in her. But all I care about is that Juan is dead. Isn't that right, Mr. Lawyer?
That's... You're lying! What a terrible...
It's way past your bedtime, little girl. Go on and let us grown-ups talk about more adult things.
But why? Why did you hide the video camera and...
A weakling soon believes the words of others, just like that pathetic Adrian. He knew about Miss Andrews' secret? I'm no weakling. Oh no, I don't believe anyone, least of all assassins. What? Oh, come now, Mr. Wright. Assassins aren't above blackmail. They turn their clients into cash cows by holding the sinful deed over their heads. And a superstar like me? How much do you think I'm worth? Care to guess?
And that's why?
Yes, that's where that video comes in. It's got his face and the crime scene recorded on it, preserved for all time. With that, I can keep him at bay and even blackmail him if I want. That's right, the video's my insurance. Isn't that what they call it, Mr. Wright?
Why would you do something so wrong?
Because I'm a grown-up, and I can. Good enough an answer for you, little girl? You better stop talking to her like that. She's a precious treasure, and I gotta protect her.
Why? Why would you kill Mr. Corrida?
Because he was about to sling so much shit onto my beautiful public image. Scandals are a little annoying, aren't they? This is all because of that press conference, isn't it?
If Mr. Corrida had been able to give it, then Mr. Engard's secret would have...
Ah, well, that's what we call taking advantage of the situation, you know? I had no interest in doing it really, but bit by bit, it crept up on me. And then the situation just presented itself perfectly. How beautiful, I thought.
And that's how Mr. Corrida ended up dead.
Let me tell you something. I'm not like Adrian. I don't depend on anyone. People are simply things to be used. Used and thrown away. Put on a sweet, innocent face and people will swallow anything that you feed them. Adrian fell for it. The assassin too. Oh, and how can I forget? Even you fell for it, Mr. Lawyer. everyone, all working their asses off for me, man and guard. Oh, did that leave you speechless? What a shame. What's wrong, Mr. Lawyer? You're going awfully quiet. How could I have been deceived by you all this time? When we first met, I asked if you had killed Mr. Juan Corrida, and you answered very clearly that you hadn't killed anyone. Hey, now, I never told you any lies. The person who did the killing was that the killer guy, right? All I'm guilty of is taking a cat nap in my room. You killed you killed Mr. Corrida! I dare you to say that in court tomorrow. Oh, but too bad you can't. You're my lawyer after all, aren't you? You could always drop my case and refuse to represent me. How does that sound? Oh, but you can't, can you? Oh, that'd be the one thing you absolutely can't do.
Mystic Maya.
Oh, you wouldn't want to test the killer. He's a man of his word. Or so I hear. You could end up getting a certain friend of yours rubbed out if you lose. You fuckboy piece. Ooh, oh my god. So, if I were you, Mr. Wright Esquire, I think I would, give it my all tomorrow. Remember, everyone likes a happy win-win resolution. I'll get you for this. Oh, that's such a cliche phrase. Juan said something like that too, if memory serves. Of course, well, we all know how things turned out for him, don't we? Good night, Mr. Fucko. No, hey, I called you fucko for. Oh, he used my word. What am I supposed to do? The starting line of this case. Edgeworth. I don't care for the horrid atmosphere here. Let's return to the precinct. Well, Wright, what are you going to do? If you plan on changing your strategy...
No! We can't do that.
That's right. He's holding Maya hostage. What should I do? It's not something I can answer for you.
Mr. Edgeworth?
Right, only you can decide where to go from here. 1 year ago, at that time, I didn't truly understand what a prosecutor was. And that is why I had to leave the prosecutor's office. I felt that I couldn't stand in a court of law until I knew what a prosecutor really was. And now, Wright, it's your turn. My turn? What is this thing called a lawyer? What can you do as one? You must find the answer, and you must find it on your own. Fucking best, bro. I'm a lawyer, but to fight for someone who was clearly a killer. Man and guard? That man really is... It doesn't matter who. Every person deserves a proper defense and a fair trial. Isn't that the basis of our judicial system? Epstein didn't kill himself. Proper defense, but what exactly is that? Is it where a lawyer forcibly and blindly gets an acquittal through shouting and trickery? Ironic of you, of all people, should say such a thing. Isn't exactly how you fought all your clients up until now? Fought for all your clients. Oh. Well, that may be true, but that's because I believed in my clients to be innocent from the bottom of my heart. But if I were to get in guard an acquittal, that isn't a proper defense at all. I became a lawyer because I thought I could save people who were suffering and in pain. But when I look at this mess that we're in, I can't even protect the person closest to me. Even if I win the case, I still lose in the end. I just don't know what to do. Right. Would you get a hold of yourself? You have it all wrong. Huh? We aren't some sort of heroes. We're only human, you and I. You want to save someone. That's something easier said than done, wouldn't you say?
That's...
You are a defense attorney. You can't run away from that. You can only fight. That's all you can do. People like you and Francesca Van Karma are always using all you can to pin me down. You fight to the very end, even when you know the truth is not with you. But I'm not like you. I can't fight for a false verdict or for a man I clearly know to be guilty. Franziska, she fights for herself. The only thing that she fights for is her perfect win record. That's all. And? Isn't that the same as you? Isn't that why you ran away a year ago? Because your precious win record was destroyed? You're so petty! I see. Now I understand why you despise me so. However, you were mistaken. What do you... Thanks to you, when you sealed off my path to a perfect win record, I began to realize the error of my ways. I realized that things such as a perfect record were meaningless.
What?
I don't believe you. Are you saying that's why you left the prosecutor's office? But then why? Why are you here now? The answer to that is something you will find out on your own. I have faith you will see it before the verdict is read tomorrow. You gotta play Edgeworth's spin-off game to see what happened. But if you can't, then you will be powerless to change the ending of this story. Ooh, damn. Ooh, Edgeworth, guy, so cool.
Mr. Vic, they're trying to see her.
I'm sorry for what happened earlier. Now then, Mr. Attorney, do you wager you can obtain an acquittal tomorrow? My, what is the matter, Mr. Attorney? I don't sense your usual anger this time. Tell me, please, why are you holding Maya hostage for Mr. Ungard's sake? Why are you doing this for that cold-blooded killer? Right? Please don't misunderstand things. He is my client. Don't toy with me. A man who hires an assassin is just as much a killer himself. I believe you are asking me for a reason as to why I'm doing what I am. Yes. This is what I like to call my aftercare. What the hell is aftercare? My name carries a certain amount of honor and dignity, Mr. Attorney. I take great care to ensure that no suspicion falls upon my clients for my handiwork. That is what is called client relations, and it's a part of my assassin's. It's part of an assassin's duty. An assassin's duty? An Assassin's Creed? We were unlucky this time, and my client was arrested as a suspect. As a result, I did what I had to do to enlist your expert help, Mr. Wright, Mr. Attorney, and to ensure that you would do everything in your power to the very end. What is your name? I believe I told you once before. However, you did, but my name is the Killer. Shelly the Killer. You're Shelly the Killer? Please keep in mind, you do not have much space to maneuver with me. As a Killer, I always finish what I set out to do. If you fail to keep up your end of the bargain... Maya! It would be my duty as an assassin to see to it that she receives a nice, long nap.
No!
Now then, if you'll excuse me. If someone were to trace this signal back to me, it would be quite troublesome. What the?
Mystic Maya! Mystic Maya!
I don't know what to say. Edgeworth! Did you hear that at the end of the transmission? Oh, that sounded like a cat.
A cat?
It can't be! That cat! What the? Good.
What is it?
I think I know where Shelly the Killer's holding my hostage. Edgeworth, have all the police units head for Ungard's mansion immediately. All right. You heard over there as well, then. Don't lose hope yet, Pearls. The fight has only just begun.
Yeah!
Everybody pack your bags and get in the fucking car! We gotta go to the hotel first. Lovely hotel. Okay, now to the Ungard mansion! Maya!
Maya!
Please answer us, Mystic Maya!
We have this area completely surrounded. There's no way for him to escape. Assuming he's still in the area. I can't believe it. That butler all this time. He was the killer! He and God were working together all this time. I'm sure they had worked out a contingency plan ahead of time.
There's that bear. There's that bear!
Oh, it's a figurine of a bear. But there's a lot of cuts in it for some reason.
For some reason, I put that in my pocket. A bear? Isn't that more of a thing for Mr. Corita? Why would something like this be here? Right, look down. There's a little pet door installed here.
Ah, I'm sure that's for Shu.
Do you think that this came through that little door? This door is locked.
Well, I'm pretty used to breaking door down by now. I mean, toot my own horn, but... Let's go, Edgeworth. Bro time. Break it down to Power Bros. Ah, it's the room that Maya was in. There's no one here.
But looks at this room, I would say that this is in God's private lounge. Look at this, Wright.
An antenna for sending and receiving radar check signals and a VCR. Check inside the deck. If there's a tape, it would be an important piece of evidence.
If we're lucky, it'll have the moment the crime was committed recorded on it. I'm sorry, but the tape deck is empty. There's no tape to be found.
No.
There's no mistake that someone used this to record something. It looks like someone took the tape we're looking for and escaped with it.
There's a little door for Shu in this big door.
I'm sure Maya used this door to shove this thing out here. I'm sure it was her. Every time you give me some piece of evidence, it's always the most crucial piece. This time too, I'm sure.
Maya always be saving my bacon.
It's the guard's computer. Maya, why couldn't you use this to get help?
Oh, she didn't know how to turn it on.
Mr. Nick, where's the power switch?
Oh, I get it. Oh, so that's what happened. Oh, she couldn't find the power switch.
The VCR and antenna, the footage from that spy camera took at the scene of the crime was beamed here and recorded on tape.
If only we had that tape, it would have been really helpful.
A huge television and speakers, like they're trying to find Maya and Phoenix running around. Look at this big TV, a big TV. There's some speakers here. I'm sure Maya saw this. She'd say,
I would die a Happy Samurai fan if I could see the Nickel Samurai on a TV like this.
Yeah, that's exactly what she said. I can't believe I just made a joke about Maya, of all things considered. That's what she said too. Okay, I can't read all the labels, but this is a very large collection of videotapes. Looks like Engar's taped all of his own shows. What a spacious sofa. Huh, I bet 10 pearls could fit on here.
I don't think 10 of me would fit, Mr. Nick.
There's no reason for that. It's a very small table. A coffee table. I bet we could barely squeeze 3 pearls on here.
But I wouldn't sit on a table to begin with, Mr. Nick.
Sorry, Pearls. I'm being very irrational because I'm panicking. That's it. There's not. Oh. We searched all over, but looks like he got away. I'm sorry. Looks like he slipped out of our grasp this time. And now we've lost our only lead. Don't give up yet. That little girl is looking to you to be her pillar. Yeah, you're right. We're close. I can tell. We've already set up checkpoints along every route. Route leading out of this district. Leave the rest to us. Maya. This looks like a picture of Miss Impax. With love, Celeste.
Miss Impax? You mean...
Yes, Mr. Cready's former manager.
Why would a picture of Miss Impax be in here in Mr. Engard's mansion?
And why does it say with love? This might be a clue. I'm gonna go ahead and put that in my pocket as well.
Ah!
What's wrong, Pearls?
But please, let me see that picture frame.
Huh? What's so special about the frame?
On the back, there's something written on the back of the frame. Maya. It's Mystic Maya. She left us a message.
What? Huh?
I thought you'd come. I knew you would. Now, listen up. You'd better get in guard a guilty sentence, okay? If you get that creepy slime bag and not guilty, I'll never forgive you. Ever. I'm fine, so you don't need to worry. There's so much I want to write, but I don't think I have a lot of time left. Pearly, you're there too, right? Make sure you help Nick, okay? Someone's got to watch out for the helpless lunk. That's it for now, Nick. I guess I'll talk to you later. Maya. No! Mystic Maya!
I had to try to read that without crying myself. Right. What's wrong? Why the blank stare? Nothing. We searched the house. This is the last room. It looks like he looted us. Edgeworth? Yes. As far as clues go, I think this is about all I'm gonna get. But I'm still short one last thing. And what is that? Whatever the fuck that is. Miss Andrews' psych lock. If I could just find out the secret that she's holding, then I think I stand a chance in court tomorrow to blow this case wide open and expose the truth. I think I know what you're thinking. I'll contact the detention center. Thanks, Edgeworth. Well, let's go, pros. It's time to open that last lock. Oh shit, fam. Good evening, Mr. Wright. What's wrong? You look ill. Bitch, you wouldn't even know the night I fucking had. Miss Andrews, I have come to remove your psych lock. Psych lock? I want to know, and you will tell me, your secret. Fine, go ahead. Try to break me if you can. Oh, you do not want to fuck with me. You do not know who I am. You don't know where I come from. You don't know my roots. You don't know my family. I'm about to slap that Cyclops right off them titties. Why frame him? You may think I didn't hear it, but you said revenge. You said revenge. A woman who lived by defending other people. There is something or someone in her past that would make her take revenge. Take that! Celeste? There's only one catalyst that could cause such strong feelings and even revenge, and that is Miss Impact's suicide. What are you trying to say? Celeste was once manager. On top of that, the one who hit her suicide note was also Juan. What does that all that have to do with Matt? You're right, you haven't mentioned him yet. But for you to hate Mr. Engard, it would mean that he must have had some relation to Miss Impacts and her suicide. Can you explain to me what this relation between Celeste and Matt? Oh, I'll do you one better. I will show you the proof. Take that! This is a photo of Miss Impacts, correct? She looks younger than when she passed away, though. With love, Celeste. This is Miss Impact's handwriting, isn't it? Where did you find this? No, that's alright. It was a rhetorical question. Yeah, it is. I found this at Mr. Engard's mansion. And after all this time, my last remaining secret has been revealed. Ooh, bitch, I'ma suck out that energy. Oh yeah, it tastes like caramel. Bitch, tell me the stuff. Now, why'd you frame him? Celeste. She was supposed to get married to Juan. Yes, but I heard that it didn't work out. Because Mr. Kurita didn't want to get married to her anymore, right? Yes, because of Matt. But because of Mr. Engard? What do you mean? I think I can see where this is going. Celeste, she was Matt's manager a long time ago. She was the happiest woman in the world at the time. I was working part-time back then, and I often saw the two of them together. So that's why. With love, Celeste is written on the frame of that picture.
They were a couple, weren't they?
It wasn't anything as splendid as that. Celeste was being used, toyed with, until she was thrown away.
That's so horrible.
Matt's entire image is built around how nice and wonderful of a man he is. A scandal would have destroyed that. Which is why Celeste, in her kindness, moved over to Worldwide Studios. And that is where she met Juan. She seemed really happy with him, even happier than when she was with Matt. Celeste and Juan were such a good match that they were even planning to get married. And then, it was suddenly called off. On the night Juan called their marriage off, Celeste, she killed herself. And that's why I framed Matt. It was revenge for Celeste and for myself. I'm sure even you can guess why Juan called the wedding off, right? Matt confessed to Juan about his relationship with Celeste. I see. So that's what happened.
But then why did Mr. Kurita have to call off the wedding? I don't understand at all.
It was probably because his worthless male pride. Juan and Matt were always fierce rivals. Matt waited for the wedding announcement and then unleashed the truth on Juan. He was aiming for when it would hurt Juan the most.
Poor Miss Impax.
That wasn't the end of it. That day, I'm almost certain that Celeste left a suicide note behind. And in that note, she left a detailed account of Matt's various misdeeds, and so that she would never again be hurt by Matt, she chose to die. Then when Juan discovered her body, he hid her note.
But why would he do that?
It's simple. Juan realized that note was a powerful weapon against Matt, and it would be especially damaging to his refreshing like a spring breeze image. In any case, with his pride hurt, Juan sought revenge. Revenge? There's that word again. Juan wanted to publicly disclose the contents of that suicide note. At a time that would cause Matt the most damage, of course. Ah, the fucking award ceremony! The mysterious press conference that we found out about, and that was at the press conference after the stage show. I know all about it because I heard it all from Juan. It was so I could find out all about this. I drew close to Juan to begin with. They're quite a pair of hideous monsters, aren't they? Even Celeste's death was something for them to use in their game. That night when I found Juan's body, it was only natural that I thought the murderer was Matt. Those two were always spying on one another, after all. As for me, I was frantically searching for Celeste's suicide note. I wanted to destroy it before it ever went public. I was gonna burn it. I had even brought a lighter. But I couldn't find the suicide note. And that's when revenge crossed my mind. Yes, I was gonna bring them my own kind of cruel revenge. Celeste was killed by those two monsters. So when I stabbed Juan's body with that knife, I didn't feel a single shred of guilt. And that's all I have to say. Well, Mr. Wright, even knowing all this, are you still gonna help that man? I'm a lawyer. I see. What a foul profession. Thank you very much for your time and for talking with me. It was no big deal. I couldn't sleep anyway. I can't sleep either. Not with my situation or what I know now. We're almost at the end. There's like 2 more segments, I think. There's like trial part 1, and then there's Trial part 2. No. It's just the last trial. No, okay. Yeah, there's 2 parts to the trial. Hmm. I could start it. My other problem is I have to go to bed early tonight. I'm tired. I gotta work early, but tomorrow I can beat we can beat this tomorrow. Um and then we can start the third game. Um so yeah, lots of good shit happen. This case is so good. Like even though this game of the original trilogy, even though the second game is my least favorite of the 3, this case is still that's why I was like this game's still good. It's still good. It's this case is so good. Yeah, I'm gonna stop it here because it's gonna be a wild roller coaster. Um, and so yeah, I'll play it tomorrow because now we're at the end. So thank you guys for hanging out with me, watching Phoenix Wright and all the plot twists and stuff like that. I might do one last stream because I'm gonna play some Sekiro before I go to bed. So I would probably do that. I only have like I have a couple hours left, but so thank you guys for watching, and yeah, I'm gonna start Sekiro. So I'll be back up here in just a few.